Be me. Have perfect life filled with bliss, I'm completely happy and fulfilled. Bored as shit though. I find this game called Dwarf Fortress. Oh neat. Make a world. It's super brutal and filled with conflict, it would obviously be a horrible place for any real person to live. But that's okay because that just makes it more interesting. Besides, not like any of this is real. I can broadly influence what the dwarves do, but ultimately they're just machines following their programming. They're really complex though, and act a lot like real people. In fact, they're so good at acting like real people that I start projecting personalities into them. By perceiving them, I give them a kind of life. This game rocks. I get really invested in the stories it generates. Sometimes I'll imagine for a while that I'm one of the dwarves, try to think about what's going through their head. I start spending the majority of my time on this game. Becomes really unhealthy, reality starts to fade into the background. Eventually I forget about the real world entirely. I believe I really am the dwarves. When a dwarf decides to do something because of its programming, I convince myself that's a decision I made with my free will. I also develop something like DID, so my imagined dwarf identities each have their own memories, knowledge, etc. Completely forget my real identity. Dwarves are understandably miserable. Dwarves realize that it's incredibly cruel to put an actual sentient being in this world. Dwarves tend to have a feeling that there's something above and that the world is fake, have a hard time tying this to anything specific. Let those sneed who can. Be me. Go on /x/ LARP. Get bored. Goon. Thought I coomed. It's not coom. It's actually ectoplasm. WTF? See a ghost. It's naked. It jizzed on my leg. Double take. It's not even a ghost. It's my dad. We goon together. Both finish. Come back on /x/. Type this. Be me, small kid at school. Try to draw a Van Gogh painting, The Starry Night. Comes out like bike roll, messed up the big tree. Other kids at my table could vote on which drawing was the best of the group. Somehow I win. Drawing gets hung up on the wall. See weird code or numbers on the big tree in the drawing. Always the same code, numbers. Friend sees it too, no one else notices. Sometimes the code, numbers are there, sometimes not. Try to research it, can't find shit. Move to other school. Still thinking about the drawing. Can't get my mind off it. Come back years later to the school, drawing gone, thrown away. Still thinking about it sometimes. Can't figure out what it meant. What is this? It remember thinking this was a message from aliens. For some reason I never took the drawing home or never took a picture. Please Anins, help me out. I can't get it out of my head. Be me, 20. One day I seriously pissed off my younger sister, 19. She wasn't happy about it. She kicked me in my balls, making me kneel before her. She came closer while smiling suspiciously. She grabbed my hair and forced my head up to make me look at her. At this point I got scared. She was enjoying the situation way too much. And then she shrunk me to about 4 inches and grabbed me in her hand. She looked at me with a grin on her face. And forced me into her pussy. She used me as a dildo. Until she orgasmed hard. Then she pushed me all the way deep inside her. And shrunk me to the size of a grain of sand. I heard her laughing somewhere above me. Then she started to shrink me even more. Be me, 8 years old. Have a recurring nightmare that stands out to this day. At grandparents, and there is a gigantic and dangerous thunderstorm. After storm, lobsters began to swarm and slowly cover the entire house. Nobody can leave. Can't find grandparents or mother. Panicking. Find mother sitting on couch, drinking milk, looking mad at me. Run to her crying, wanting a hug. She pushes me away, her voice is different, sounds like Jabba the Hutt. She picks up milk carton and shows me the "Have you seen me kid?" That kid is a picture of me. Mother laughs like Jabba the Hutt. I wake up. I now realize what that dream was trying to tell me. Pay attention to dreams. They are the link to higher realms. Your plight reminded me of a story I'll write out for you in green text format. Be me, wise enlightened Zen master. Student I taught is now living in retreat in the forest and sends me letters. I see the mountains, sky, and ground are all one and in harmony. When will my disciple learn? 3 months later, another letter. All around me is complete harmony, always resounding in joy and love. I fear my disciple is not learning anything. 3 months go by, no letter. 6 months, no letter. I write a letter to the disciple asking them about how their practice is going. Receive letter back. Who cares? Ah. The student is making great progress. I had a dream recently that makes me wonder this even more. Be me. Walking around this space station looking place, but know that it's on Earth. Was being shown around in a group with others as if it were my first day in the job. The group helps this senator looking old guy because he was lost himself. Got distracted and lost the group, so decided to try to find the chambers assigned to me where I'll sleep. This station is a maze like no other. Elevators and moving walkways going everywhere. Find the eating area, most of it is closed, so decided to just sit down and take it in where others are sitting. Overhear these 3 guys talking about me in the cacophony of the area as if they were watching me and at the same time as if gossiping about me. Look at them as they try to nonchalantly look at me. They're all dressed in office attire, dress shirt, tie, etc. They leave when I notice them. Realize that I'm wearing this red spacesuit-like outfit and holding this helmet. Decide to keep looking for my chamber assigned to my group and eventually found it. Woke up. The dream was so real looking and feeling that I actually sat up thinking that this world was a dream or not real. Be me, 21. 3 paragraphs about how life sucks as an upper-class trust fund child. By the way, I bully people in school and cheated on my wife/husband/boyfriend/girlfriend and feel really down about it. Friend sells me magic mushrooms. Magic can't be real. Can it? 5 paragraphs of erroneous novelic and masturbatory details that could have been summarized in 6 to 12 bullet points. Monad.jpg. I forgot so much of it. Can't describe more. Already went on entire side rant about extensive details. Still blow off magic as psychobabble. Become obsessed with AIs, Buddhism, and Richard Dawkins instead. Become majorly insufferable hypocrite for rest of YouTube career by whining about people who disagree with their worldview, refusing to acknowledge philosophic idealism, and saying the magic is fake. These people are paid to make real psychonauts and modern philosophers look stupid, I'm sure of it. I'll start with my only good experience with the paranormal. Be me. Finished high school, don't want to go to college, no job, no friends. Stay home for months, doing nothing but playing video and jerking off. Finally decide to get off my ass. Live in small town, Southern Europe, over an hour away from big city. Time to get a driver's license. Sign up at closest by driving school. Relatively close to my house, still quite far away from any major population center though, which is good for learning because no traffic. Awful at driving, but instructor is chill with it. 8 or 9 lessons in, I finally get a bit better. Instructor is an overweight boomer, but he's pretty cool and helpful. Doesn't nag too much,